Back again. I'm gonna do a little bit of a review, kinda, on a lift kit. Also put a 5-inch lift in this truck with the help of a friend of mine. And this lift kit's 100% bolt-on. Came with instructions, and they touched on some helpful things, but there were some things that I personally, or we, had problems with that caused issues that were kind of a pain in the ass. So I wanted to touch on these things as far as the problems that I had, and for any of y'all looking to do this yourself and not spend $500 like it was at the local shop for me to have it installed. I did it in my backyard, and been a good little while now. I ain't had no problems out of this lift kit, but I'm gonna go over why I chose this lift kit. I bought the Zone Offroad 5-inch suspension lift. It's for 94 to 01 Ram 1500 4x4s, I believe. And there was a couple of reasons why I chose this lift kit over the Rough Country lift kit. I looked up a good bit of reviews on that one, and seemed to be some bad reviews here and there, and things with the track bar bracket coming loose and all that. Yeah, didn't want all that going on, but we'll go back here at the rear and start here. Now, my truck is a sport, so the blocks that I had were 3 1/4 inches, I believe. This kit comes with new shocks, 5-inch block, 5-inch tapered block, and an add-a-leaf, which is that one. And this add-a-leaf is one of the reasons why I picked this kit, because my leaf springs are kind of worn, and I mean, old truck. To be honest with you, I bought this truck out of a junkyard pretty much, and spent some time fixing it up and putting some money in it. Now it's a fairly reliable truck. I love this truck. So, add-a-leaf was the thing that sold me on the Zone Offroad kit for the rear here. Obviously, it's a little more work to do, but it's not terribly hard by any means. One thing I will touch on is see how these leaf springs are staggered. You want to make sure you install that leaf spring in the proper location. See here, my original leaf spring, and that's the one with the bracket. We had to cut those off, and I bought these. You might can bend those out some and stick the add-a-leaf in there. I just didn't want to fool with it, so we bent them out and used the cutting disc and cut them off and stuck these clamps on there after we got the add-a-leaf in. So make sure you put your add-a-leaf in the correct spot. And move up just a little bit. Also wanted to talk about this. This is my yoke on my drive shaft here, and yeah, got a little bit of a leak there, but check this thing, pretty good. Keep it filled up. But you can see a ring right there with my tip of my fingernail. That's where that seal rode before I put the lift kit in here, and I had 3 1/4 inch blocks in the rear, and that was it. And now I've got a 5-inch tapered block and an add-a-leaf, and it pulled my drive shaft out that much, and that's a little less than a 1/2 inch. I ain't gonna get under there and measure it, whatever, but give y'all an idea, because that's one thing they touch on there. You may have to lengthen your drive shaft, so I want to touch on that too. While I'm down here, the other thing that I had massive trouble with, honestly, until we got it figured out, was the control arms. Lower control arm, upper control arm, comes with those. That bolt right there, that's the bolt for the frame end for the upper control arm. There's 8 bolts holding these control arms on, 2 of them being the cam bolts, and I was able to get 2 of these 8 bolts out with a wrench and socket, and the rest I had to cut out. And this one was both of these I had to cut out. It was a pain. And I used the Sawzall and bought the longest Diablo Extreme Metal, I think it was the brand that I bought, and bought long blades, and got this angle here, and obviously the tire was off and the axle was dropped, but went in from that angle up in there and ran the blade up in there and just sawed away at it until it finally cut the bolts out. And the other thing you'll probably have to buy are this shiny thing there. It's the cam bolts. You'll probably have to cut those out. That's one thing it talks about in the instructions, is that you'll probably have to buy those too. And obviously I did. Mine were frozen. I had to cut them out. So, but a little bracket there for the brake line relocation, and for the front end, this lift kit comes with, you can see the bump stop right there, control arms, new shocks and coils, and also sway bar links and track bar drop bracket down there. And that drop bracket is one of the things that I heard about the rough country lifts. That's what I heard. Read some reviews saying that track bar bracket would come loose and cause some death wobble and stuff. So I haven't had an issue with that. The only thing I will say is these sway bar links, they are a little longer, so my sway bar kind of sits up like that, but I don't care. It still works. Nothing interferes with anything. It's totally fine. So all in all, I'm happy with this choice. I'm glad I bought this lift kit over the rough country, because I don't like the brackets and all that. I didn't like that. So I think that's about it there, though. But like I said, I wanted to a little bit of information on installing this lift kit, and that's why I touched on what I touched on with the bolts and all that, because it was a pain to cut those upper control arm bolts out on the frame end, and so I didn't quite know what to do for a little while. I was pondering and spent some time pondering, trying to figure out what to do, and finally figured get the Sawzall and buy some long ass blades, and so that's what I did. And if y'all buy this lift kit and go to do this, have any problems with those bolts being stuck, you can cut them right out, and you know what to do. Get a Sawzall and buy them Diablo Extreme Metal, I think, blades, and get at it. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this lift kit. Again, this is the Zone Offroad 5-inch lift suspension lift for 94 to 01, I believe, and quite happy with this lift kit. You know, truck drives great, honestly. It really does. It drives a lot better than it did before I did this to the truck. So again, I wanted to give some helpful information on a couple of little tips and tricks on things that really made the difference and helped me get done and get the truck back on the road. And in a way, you ain't got to pay. It was $500 for me locally to have a lift kit installed on top of what I paid for the lift kit. And so yeah, no, I did this in my backyard. Make sure you guys are safe and all that. Make sure you're using good jack stands. Another thing I will say is jack the truck up as high as you can get it, and jack stand it, and Make sure you got enough room to drop the axles down, to have room to get your blocks in, and when you drop the front axle down, get your coils in, because those coils are a decent bit longer than or the coils that came out of my truck. They were a decent bit longer. So hope y'all enjoy this. Let me know if you got any questions. Let me know if this video helped you out. It's on Offroad 5-inch lift. If you are wanting to put a lift in your 99 Ram 1500 4x4, buy this lift. It's awesome. Let me know, guys, what y'all think. If you like it, like and share, please. Thank you.